Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Bold and the Beautiful recap is finally in for Tuesday, August 19, 2025. Some viewers didn't get to see a new episode on Monday, August 18, 2025. That episode was repeated on Tuesday, August 19. So if this recap sounds familiar, then you are already caught up. If it doesn't sound familiar, then keep reading and let's get you on the same page as everyone else. Fans watched as vodka got spiked at the party. Meanwhile, an escaped dead girl plays a twisted game. At the medical suite, Lee Finnegan, Naomi Mastuda, has to go out. Luna Nozowa, Lisa Yamada, comments that she looks really nice. The doctor doesn't want to leave her granddaughter/niece there alone. Luna comments about having a plan of her own. That makes the doctor snap. She needs to focus on reforming herself. At Il Giardino, Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, and Electra Forrester, Lenia Grace, walk in, amazed at the work Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, has done. Deacon chills with Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, as everyone parties at the restaurant. They talk about Katie Logan, Heather Tom, and Will. They discuss Luna a bit. Lai returns and is horrified to find Luna gone. She calls Sheila, who is confused. Then the look on Sheila's face is clear. She knows where Luna went and why, but doesn't say anything. Meanwhile, Lainey, Haiti Grace Enderman, tried to drag Will on the dance floor with her, but he says she'll meet her there. Electra shows up and rescues him from the desperate intern. Xander Forrester Dominguez, Delon de Metz, finds some masks and hands them out to everyone. Meanwhile, Luna slips in wearing sunglasses and a wig. A bartender assumes she's a waitress and sends her to Will's table. Nobody notices it's her. The bartender tells Luna to get rid of a 180 proof bottle that has no taste or odor. He tells her to get rid of it, but she doesn't. Luna makes sure that Will gets the drinks with that bottle. Will and Electra are dancing. Zend can be seen dancing closely with Lainey, so I guess they will be the next-gen couple. Back to Will and Electra. The young man seems to be much drunker than he should be, but Electra doesn't seem to notice. Will wants her so bad and kisses her. Of course, Luna is going to use this to strike. Luna turns around with her back to the party and smiles to herself. Tuesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful was a cocktail of scheming, simmering rivalries, and shocking betrayals. Quite literally, in one case. A vodka bottle took center stage. A respected doctor's calm exterior began to crack. And Luna Nozowa continued weaving a twisted game that left viewers both riveted and unsettled. This wasn't just another day in Los Angeles. It was the kind of episode that redefines relationships, plants seeds of destruction, and reminds the audience that in this glamorous world, nothing is ever as it seems. The cliffhanger from Monday. Liam Spencer pouring himself a drink at Il Giardino's after another blow-up with Steffi. Picked up right where it left off. The scene opened with a slow camera pan to the gleaming bottle of vodka resting on the bar counter. But the audience knew something Liam didn't. This wasn't ordinary vodka. The drink had been tampered with. A mysterious gloved hand had been shown in the previous episode, carefully pouring an odorless liquid into the clear bottle while the bartender was distracted. By the time Liam raised his glass, the damage was already done. At first, nothing seemed unusual. Liam, weary and emotionally battered from months of heartache, sipped while venting to Deacon Sharp. His words slurred ever so slightly, but Deacon chalked it up to Liam being tired. But as the minutes passed, Liam's demeanor shifted. His face grew pale, his hands trembled, and his eyes darted around in confusion. Something stronger than alcohol coursed through his veins. The manipulation was subtle, but powerful. Deacon, ever the flawed but strangely fatherly figure, grew alarmed. "Hey man, maybe you should slow down," he urged, pushing the glass away. Liam muttered something incoherent about Steffi before slumping forward. The bar went silent. For a moment, the once vibrant Liam Spencer looked almost lifeless, leaving viewers on edge. Who spiked the vodka? Was this a targeted attack or random collateral damage? The question hung in the air like the last note of a haunting song. Across town, Dr. Lee Finnegan was unraveling. Normally the embodiment of icy composure, Lai was shown pacing in her office at the hospital. Her phone buzzed nonstop with calls from Finn, but she ignored them. She was consumed by something darker. Ever since Luna's unsettling arrival back in town, Lai had been carrying the weight of secrets she never intended to confront. A folder lay open on her desk, stuffed with test results and confidential medical documents. One line stood out in bold letters: paternity inconclusive. Lai muttered under her breath, "If Finn finds out the truth, everything collapses." Her panic was more than professional. It was maternal, protective, and deeply personal. She had carefully curated her son Finn's life, shielding him from Sheila Carter's chaos. But now, Luna's very existence threatened to detonate all of that. Then came the phone call that nearly sent her spiraling. Deacon, frantic, ran the hospital to report Liam's sudden collapse. Lai was the doctor on call. She froze, her mind racing. A spiked vodka, a patient in distress. Was this somehow connected to Luna's games? Or worse, had Sheila orchestrated another one of her infamous poison plots? Lai rushed into emergency mode, barking orders to the nurses. Yet even as she prepped for incoming trauma, her thoughts drifted back to Luna. She whispered to herself, "If this ties back to her, I'll never forgive myself." The mask of calm, professional Dr. Lee Finnegan was cracking. For the first time in months, she looked vulnerable and terrified. Meanwhile, Luna Nozowa was in the Forrester Creations design office, and her demeanor could not have been more different. While chaos rippled elsewhere, she sat at the drafting table with an eerie calm, sketching bold new fashion concepts with almost mechanical precision. But her eyes told a different story: cold, calculating, dangerous. Luna's inner monologue played out in chilling fragments. "They think I'm naive. They think I'm a victim. They have no idea the strings I can pull." When Zend walked in, cheerful and oblivious, Luna quickly shifted into her softer persona. She flashed a smile, tilted her head just so, and pretended to be flustered by a tricky design. Zend, smitten, offered to help. She let him hover close, his hands brushing hers as he adjusted the sketch. The entire exchange was laced with manipulation. Luna wasn't interested in Zend, she was interested in the leverage he represented. By aligning herself with the Forrester heir, she could cement her position inside the family empire. But the real shock came when she pulled out her phone and reviewed a video she had secretly recorded the night before. The footage showed Liam, clearly intoxicated, stumbling outside Il Giardino's. The camera caught just enough to imply he had been drinking heavily, but conveniently avoided showing the suspicious bottle. Luna smirked. One video can destroy a man. One whisper can shift everything. Her twisted game was clear. She was setting up a scandal that could ruin Liam, destabilize Steffi, and create fractures ripe for her to exploit. By the midpoint of the episode, the three storylines began to converge. Liam, unconscious, was rushed to the hospital. Lai, already on edge, was forced to take control of his case. Luna, feigning innocence, sent a text to Steffi. "You should check on Liam. He's not doing well." The dominoes were falling exactly as she intended. When Steffi arrived at the hospital, her panic was palpable. She demanded answers, clashing with Lai in the waiting room. The doctor, shaken, struggled to keep her composure as Steffi hurled accusations. "How does this keep happening? How do people I love keep ending up here?" Lai snapped back. "Maybe you should start asking the right questions about who's pulling the strings." The moment was so sharp, so uncharacteristically blunt from Lai, that it stunned Steffi into silence. Meanwhile, Finn, torn between his duty as a physician and his role as Steffi's husband, tried to soothe both women. But the cracks were obvious. Lee's panic, Steffi's suspicions, and Finn's desperation were brewing into a storm. The episode's final act left fans buzzing with theories. As Luna left Forrester Creations, she stopped at her car and made a phone call. Her tone was icy, controlled. "It's done," she said simply. "He's at the hospital now. Everything is moving faster than expected." The camera never revealed who was on the other end of the line, but a shadowy silhouette flickered in a dimly lit room across town. The audience only heard the reply, "Good. Keep playing your part. Soon, they'll all turn against each other." The implication was staggering. Luna wasn't acting alone. She was part of a larger, darker scheme, and the vodka, Lee's panic, and Liam's collapse were just the opening moves. The episode ended with a chilling montage. Liam lying unconscious in the hospital bed, machines beeping ominously. Lie gripping the folder of paternity secrets, her hands trembling. Steffi clutching Finn's hand, her eyes full of both love and suspicion. And Luna, driving into the night, her face illuminated by passing streetlights, a twisted smile tugging at her lips. The screen faded to black, leaving the audience with a single burning question. Who is really in control, and how far will Luna's game go? Final thoughts. Tuesday, August 19th's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful was a masterclass in suspenseful storytelling. By intertwining the spiked vodka mystery, Lie's unraveling panic, and Luna's dangerous manipulations, the show reminded fans why it has endured for decades. The stakes have never been higher. Families are splintering, loyalties are crumbling, and one young woman's twisted ambitions may just be the fuse that ignites an explosive chain reaction. And if today was only the setup, the fallout in the coming days promises to be nothing short of spectacular. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our BOLD and BAU2TFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.